A fish does not take swimming lessons. A bird does not go to flight school. An eagle does not study aerodynamics before it jumps from the cliff. They just do it. Not because they practiced, not because they read a book, not because someone believed in them, because it is in their design. The water is not the fish's enemy. The sky is not the eagle's obstacle. It is their environment, the place they were created to occupy. So let me ask you something, friend. What if you were designed the same way? What if success, real, lasting, aligned success, was not something you had to chase? What if it was something you had to return to? Here's what nobody is telling you. Most people are not failing because they are lazy. Most people are not stuck because they lack talent. Most people are exhausted, confused, and spinning just because they are operating outside their design. Think about what happens when you put a fish on land. It does not suddenly become motivated to work. It does not need a better morning routine. It does not need more discipline. It needs water. The problem is not the fish. The problem is the environment. And friend, some of you have been blaming yourself for years, calling yourself broken, calling yourself behind, calling yourself too much or not even enough. But what if the real problem is simpler than that? What if you are a fish who have been trying to survive on land? What if you've been living inside someone else's design, someone else's expectation, someone else's definition of success, and wondering why nothing is working? The problem is not you. The problem is the assignment. Let's look at creation for a moment. Every living thing operates best inside its design. The oak tree does not apologize for growing slowly. It was created to last for centuries, so it takes its time to grow. The cheetah does not wish it could swim like a dolphin. It was designed to run. The deep sea fish lives in darkness, no light, no surface, no warmth, and it thrives because darkness is its design. There's no competition in the wild between what was created to be. The eagle does not compete with the salmon. They are designed for different rivers. But somewhere along the way, we forgot this about people. We started comparing oak trees to cheetahs. We started comparing fish by how well they climb. We were told deep thinkers, they need to be louder. We told creative, visionary people, they need to be more practical. We told spiritual, purpose-driven individuals, they needed to be more aggressive. And we called it growth. But friend, that was not growth. That was erosion. That was the slow, quiet loss of someone who was designed for one thing and being asked to perform as if they were designed for another. And here is the lie most of us were handed down before we were old enough to even question it. We were told that success is a ladder. Climb it. Everyone climbs the same ladder, the same rungs, the same direction. More money, better title, bigger houses, louder voice, more followers. And if you're not climbing fast enough, you're failing. Can I tell you what that lie has produced? Generations of people who look accomplished on paper, but they feel empty inside. People who built the career, but they lost the calling. People who chased the dream and lost themselves somewhere in the middle of chasing the dream. The ladder was real, and the ladder is still real, but it is leaning against the wrong wall. And some of you have climbed so high, you're afraid to come back down and start again. Even though something inside you knows, it knows that you are not in your design. You are now a fish on land. You work twice as hard, but you're getting half the result. And you're exhausted in ways that sleep cannot fix. So, Matt, how do I find my design? You might want to ask. Let me give you 3 questions, not exercises, not worksheets, just 3 honest questions. Ask them quietly. Answer them honestly. Question 1. What feels effortless to you that feels like hard work to everyone else? What comes second nature to you? Not what you're good at, no. What feels natural? What you can do for hours without checking the clock. That's a clue. Question 2. What were you doing the last time you felt almost like yourself? Not most successful, not most admired, most like yourself. That's also a clue. Question 3. What pain or problem do you feel compelled to solve? Not because someone is paying you for it, but because it bothers you that it exists. That burning, that restlessness inside of you, that's not anxiety, that's a calling. Your design always leaves a trail. It shows up in your energy, in your anger, in your tears, in the things you cannot stop thinking about at 2 a.m. You're not searching for something that does not exist, my friend. You are remembering something you already know. Stay with me, friend, because what I'm about to share in the next few minutes, that's where most people stop reading the very page that they needed the most. And if this is landing, if you feel something shifting right now, hit subscribe. Built for More is where we come to tell the truth. And the truth always changes things. Now back to the lesson. Finding your design is one thing. Staying in it is another. Because the world will constantly invite you out of your alignment. Oh yeah, someone will offer you an opportunity that pays well and costs you everything. Someone will offer you a title that looks right and fits very wrong. Someone will tell you your design is not practical, it's not profitable, it's not impressive enough. And the temptation every time will be to shrink back into the shape they are made for you. Listen closely, my friend. The discipline of alignment is not just choosing your purpose once. It is choosing it again and again and again. When the comparison comes, you choose your design. When the doubt comes, you choose your design. When the pressure hits, you choose your design. The fish does not negotiate with the land every morning. It returns to water instinctively without apology. That is what alignment looks like. Not striving, not grinding, not performing. Returning back to his design every single day, to the thing you were made for. Some of you do not need more hustle. You need to stop swimming upstream in somebody else's river. Some of you do not need more motivation. You need to stop spending your energy trying to fly when you were built to swim. The moment you stop fighting your design, the moment you step back into your water, you will feel it. Not success as the world defines it. You'll feel something better. Ease. That deep, quiet ease of a life that is moving in the right direction. And here's what I believe. And I do not say this lightly at all. Your design is not an accident. Paul wrote in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." The key word is handiwork. Not an afterthought, not a rough draft, not a mistake. Handiwork. The same God who designed the eagle to fly designed you on purpose, with intention, with a specific assignment embedded in your DNA before you took your first breath. Jeremiah heard this clearly. "Before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." Friend, you've been set apart. Not set aside, not setbacks, set apart. Which means before the comparison started, before the rejection came, before the detours confused you, before the voices told you that you were supposed to be this and that, there was already a design. And that design has not yet changed. You're not behind, friend. You're not broken either. You're not a failed version of someone else's specs. You're the exact version God intended. You're just waiting to be fully activated. Write down the 3 questions I gave you. Answer them, not for anyone else, just for you. And then do one thing that moves you towards your design daily. Not a giant leap, just one step. Return to your water. Stop surviving on land. The fish does not have to prove it belongs in the ocean. Neither do you. You were built for more than imitation. You were built as an original design. And the world needs that version of you that is finally fully in alignment with your design. Subscribe to Build for More with Matt for truth that will change your life. Thank you so much, friends, for your time. Do have a great day, and bye for now. Hey, remember, you were designed an original. Stop being a copy. Bye.